This is the P-Carriage that comes with all Silver Reed standard gauge, mid gauge, and bulky ribbers. There is a similar device that comes with the bulky brother ribbers. It's called a D-slider. I know that some people have adapted the standard gauge Silver Reed P-Carriage to work on the brother machines, but you need to be careful because the rail distance is a little bit different. The only thing that this carriage, if we can call it that, with no dials or levers of any kind, the only thing that it does is to push needles from working position to upper working position, and then to pull them all the way back down again. And ideally, it's intended for use in working a particular kind of drop stitch lace called drive lace, or for pile knitting. But I use it with hand manipulated stitches to bring my needles out to upper work position when I'm working with a very sticky or difficult yarn. So the way I'll use this is pretty simple. Assume I had just knitted or just crossed a whole row of little cables or some other hand manipulated stitch where I want to make sure that all of the needles knit. I can use the P-Carriage on the bed from right to left to push all of the needles to upper work position and then knit across. And by doing that, I'm assured that all of the stitches have been placed behind the latches and that each of the stitches will knit cleanly. It's a really great help when you're doing a lot of hand manipulated stitches or when you're working with very fuzzy yarns. Mohair, for example, with enough weight and using a P-Carriage, you can be certain that every stitch is going to go behind the latch and that the yarn will knit properly. And the way this little carriage works is very, very simple. As I said, there are no stitch dials or levers on the carriage, but it sits on the back rail here, and when it travels from right to left, the needle butts that are in working position will enter the carriage here, push forward on the bed, and then level off in upper work position, like so. So here they are out here, stitches behind the latch, and a nice cleanly knitted row. If, however, I move the carriage from left to right, then the needles that are in upper work position will be shunted into the carriage here and pulled back to upper work position. And if there were stitches on those needles, they would be dropped. And in the case of drive lace or pile knitting, that's exactly what we want to happen. But with hand manipulated stitches, just move it from right to left and then knit your next row.